What's up guys, John Rettinger here. The Palm Pre for Sprint has really been a polarizing device. Some love it, some hate it, and in that spirit I thought I'd slice it down the middle and do a new segment called 5 Things. So this is 5 things that I love about the Palm Pre and 5 things that I hate about the Palm Pre. So let's go ahead and get started. But first, let's start on the negative side, and we'll do 5 things that I hate about the Palm Pre. The number one thing that I really don't like about the Palm Pre is no autocorrect on the keyboard. So when you type a word, the keyboard is relatively small, and as you type, you might have a fat thumb and type a wrong key, and it's not going to autocorrect you. You have to hit the delete button, go back, and retype your word. That's quite annoying, and it's something that I think Palm can definitely fix with an over-the-air firmware update, and I would expect it to be fixed as one of really the first features that get patched on the device. But right now, it's still there, and it's still totally annoying. So the next thing, sort of in that same keyboard vein, is a no on-screen keyboard. And I know that's kind of a hard thing to say, you can't really have your cake and eat it too, in a reference to the physical keyboard. But you look at a device like the G1 that now has an on-screen keyboard and a physical keyboard as well. Sometimes you want to just type a real quick letter. I certainly prefer a tactile keyboard for most of my typing. If I just want to type a real short message or send a yes or a no, it would be nice to be able to do it on screen, or at least have the option to do it on screen as opposed to sliding this up. Not that I don't enjoy sliding it up, but it would be nice to have something on screen. So the next thing that I'm really not a fan of the Palm Pre, and I'm going to give you guys a demonstration of it right here, is I go on YouTube quite a bit on the Pre, and I like to read the comments on my videos and other videos. And on other mobile browsers, for instance the iPhone, the BlackBerry Storm, even the G1, I am able to click on a video and go in and view the content. However, on the G1, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about here and zoom on in. I am right now on my YouTube page. And if I go ahead and click on one of these videos, let's click on the first one, instead of opening up the web page that would show the video and just say can't be played and let me read the comments, it opens up a YouTube application. So I have no way of going through and reading the comments on my videos or your videos or any other videos on the Palm Pre. That is a little bit on the annoying side. I really like to go through and read the comments. So, on a side note though, the YouTube player on here is quite nice. So let's keep going. The next thing that I hate about the Palm Pre is the apps. There aren't any. There are really only about 20 apps in there, and really only about 7 of them I think are worthwhile. I know it's because it's a new device, and people are just learning how to program for it, and there's still web apps. There hasn't been a native SDK release yet. But at least right now, there aren't that many apps. So one of the things that I loved about the iPhone was just the thousands and thousands and thousands of apps. And I don't have those options right now with the Palm Pre. I think that will get fixed though. I think that more apps are coming in the days and weeks ahead, especially leading up to the iPhone 3GS launch. I think Sprint is really going to try and push the Pre a little bit more. So I would expect the apps to be coming plentifully. The next thing, and this is really annoying for me. I like to view web pages in landscape. So let's say, for instance, I'm looking at my bookmarks in landscape right now, and I want to type a URL. The only way for me to type a URL in any web page is to go back up to portrait and then start typing. Landscape is not fully functional yet on the Palm Pre. It's really only for viewing. You don't have the same capabilities that you have in portrait as you do in landscape, and it's really annoying. So I'm viewing a web page, I've got it zoomed in right where I want it and reading. Okay, I want to go to another one. I got to rotate it, let it realign itself, and then type in the URL. Really annoying, and I'm not a big fan of that. So those are 5 things that I hate about the Palm Pre. I know some of them are minor annoyances, but they're still things that I would like to see included. So now with the negative out of the way, that was really animated, negative, let's go to some of the positive things and the 5 things that I love about the Palm Pre. And we're going to start with the multitasking and the card interface, which really is the bread and butter of the Palm Pre. I love the cards on here. Check out my other Pre videos for how they work. Being able to multitask is fantastic. I can say open up the web browser, and while a page is loading, I can go in and check my stocks. Or while a page is loading, I can go in and check my email. I can leave my email application open and go and play a game that I've downloaded from one of the applications. It really is just very nice, and it's fun to use. To close applications by flicking the cards off the screen, it really is fun, and I've got a kind of a joy using my phone. I know that might sound a little bit silly, but for you gadget heads out there, you know what I'm talking about. When you get a new toy, a new phone, or video game console, whatever it might be, and you just enjoy using it, the Palm Pre really falls in that category. I just like using it. I find myself looking for an excuse to text or checking my email maybe more than I did just because it's fun. It really has just been an overall enjoyable experience with the Pre. So the next thing that I love about the Palm Pre, moving on to number 2, is the physical keyboard. I really like having a physical keyboard. In fact, I forgot how much I liked having a physical keyboard because I've been using the iPhone for the past 2 years. It is really nice to have your fingers actually hit buttons. I've gotten very good at typing with non-physical virtual keyboards, but I gotta say, I can revert very quickly back to actual buttons, and it is really nice to have that tactile feedback. Quite a fan of physical keyboards. In general, on the Palm Pre, it's a little bit small, it's a little bit cramped, but I still prefer having a small cramped keyboard over not having a keyboard at all. The next thing that I love about the Palm Pre, and this is not going to be true for everybody, is the size and the dimensions of it. It just fits in your hand so nicely. It really does feel like a river stone, like it was meant to be designed for. It's small, it's thin, fits in your pocket really easily, feels good in the hand. I think the build quality is actually very solid. I just like the feel of the phone itself. It really isn't anything to do with the operating system. It's just from a hardware perspective, I really like the way it feels with the soft touch back that comes with the Touchstone wireless charger. It just feels nice to me, and again, makes it sort of fun to play with. So the next thing that I like, and this is something that I never thought I would like, and this is going to definitely vary by region, is I've been thrilled with Sprint's service. Their EVDO Rev A network is lightning fast, as you saw in my comparison videos. The voice quality has been great. I have not had a single dropped call with the Pre, which is quite nice. I like all of Sprint services, the navigation, the Sprint TV, everything kind of rolled into one for that one price point is really nice. Sprint, for those of you guys that don't know, have these all-inclusive packages that give you unlimited calling, text, voice, data, unlimited everything, really for one price. In the US, it's $99 for a single plan for everything. And I really like that. I'm quite happy with Sprint. If you guys get good Sprint service by your house or wherever you live, definitely consider the Palm Pre as an option. And the last thing that I really like about the Palm Pre is nothing that I can really point my finger on and say, look at this, but it's the potential of the device. I like the web OS. I like that it relies on the internet, and I think that it has a lot of potential to utilize that for web-based applications. I think eventually, much like the iPhone will be opened up to native applications, they can take advantage of the hardware, of the processor, of the screen, and the physical keyboard. I think the potential is absolutely fantastic. I mean, imagine being able to play games using the actual keyboard for controls. Imagine an NES emulator or any other games. You actually have actual buttons while you're playing. I think the platform is going to grow. It's just really a Rev A right now. It's just come out in the first form. Many other devices are going to be running the same operating system, I'm certain of it, in the coming months. And I think that WebOS just has a lot of potential. I'm excited to see what Palm does with it and what new features they add and how they augment the platform. So guys, new feature was 5 things that I love and hate. Hope you enjoyed. What are 5 things that you love or hate about the Palm Pre? You know, it doesn't have to be 5. You can leave 1 or 2 things that you love or 3 that you hate. What do you guys think about the Pre in general? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. For exclusive content, be sure to follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/John4Lakers. I announce some contests over there. You can ask me questions. I announce sometimes secret live shows that I do. So you really can get it all on Twitter, so definitely check it out. I'll put a link in the sidebar. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.